Are you sure this is going to fix the problem with the teleporter?
Just put the blue wire where the red wire goes. And don't let the two wires touch.
Okay, here it goes. Ah!
Oh yeah, I just wanted to see if it was cuter when Baby Yoda did it. Yep, it was.
Hey, what's up, Earth? It's Spaceman Matt here to talk about The Mandalorian Season 2 episodes, Chapter 12, The Siege, through Chapter 16, The Rescue, which is the final episode of Season 2. And of course, I may not always remember to say it, but as usual, there will be some spoilers. Afraid that the Razor Crest cannot make it to the planet Corvus to find the Jedi Ahsoka Tano, Mando goes to see his old friend on the planet Navarro, Cara Dune and Greef Karga. While they help him get his ship repaired, they ask him for a favor. The Imperial base on Navarro is still active in spite of the fall of the Empire. To ensure peace on their planet, Karga and Dune want Mando to help them take it out. Together, with the help of the crooked bookkeeper that Mando had frozen carbonite, who is now working for Karga, they break into the Imperial base and blow it to smithereens. It's hard to believe that underneath all that blue guy's prosthetics is Saturday Night Live alumnus Horatio Sands. This turns out to be one of the most action-packed episodes of the season, and we also learn that the Imperial forces are using Baby Yoda's blood for their experiments, so it was necessary to keep them alive throughout the series. At the Imperial base, they see enclosed chambers which what appear to be failed experiments floating in liquid, such as special specimens in jars. They are filled with what appear to be dead humans with mutated bodies. After blowing at the base, Mando is ready to collect his repaired ship and make his way to Corvus. But unbeknownst to him, one of the mechanics is secretly working for Moff Gideon and has planted a bug in the Razor Crest, which will allow it to be tracked. In Chapter 13, The Jedi, Mando and Baby Yoda finally make it to the city of Caladan on the planet Corvus, which is a bleak place ruled by an evil magistrate named Morgana Elsbeth. Mando learns that she has been plagued by the same Jedi he has been looking for, Ahsoka Tano. As Mandalorians and Jedis are traditionally enemies, she makes a deal with the Mandalorian to take out Ahsoka in exchange for a lance made of the same Beskar alloy that his armor is made of. Of course, unbeknownst to Mayor Elsbeth, Mando is actually looking for Ahsoka in order to hopefully unload Baby Yoda on her. After finding her, he finds that Ahsoka can communicate telepathically with the baby, and we finally learn that Baby Yoda's real name is Grogu. Really? I was hoping for Fred or something. Grogu sounds like something you would use on your Baby Yoda Chia Pet in order to help it grow. Anyway, we also learn that while Mando wanted to desperately unload the hot potato that is little Grogu on Ahsoka, she is unable to care for him and tells him that Grogu has developed a bond with him. She also tells him that there's a planet called Tython with an ancient temple that could be used by Grogu to contact other Jedi for help. After all that, Mando and Ahsoka Tano team up to defeat Mayor Elsbeth, and Mando gets the Beskar lance at the end anyway. Hashtag plot point. In Chapter 14, The Tragedy, Mando and Grogu go to the ancient temple on Tython, and Grogu starts a telepathic transmission that surrounds him in an impenetrable force field. Boba Fett shows up on the planet looking for his Mandalorian armor that Mando had previously acquired. Along with Fett is sniper Fennec Shand, who formed an alliance with Fett after he saved her and helped her get cybernetic parts for her dying body. When Moff Gideon's stormtroopers show up, Mando and Fett have to form an alliance to stop them. The stormtroopers are no match for Mando, Fett, and Fennec's team up, so Moff Gideon sends out dark troopers to capture Baby Yoda. With incredibly bad timing, Grogu's transmission ends, leaving him exhausted and vulnerable at the end of the temple. The Dark Troopers manage to abduct him, and Moff Gideon also manages to blow the Razor Crest up. Fett and Fennec agree to help Mando as an extension of their original agreement for Mando to keep Grogu in exchange for Fett getting his armor back. In Chapter 15, The Believer, Mando asks Cara Dune's help in getting a criminal out of jail named Mayfield from the first season. This is in order to help find Moff Gideon's space cruiser where Grogu is held captive. They have to infiltrate an Imperial base so Mayfield can access the terminal to get the whereabouts of Moff Gideon's cruiser on the Imperial version of Google Maps, I guess. After dealing with the pirates and Imperial guards, they get the information they are looking for, and Mayfield is granted his freedom, and Mando sends a threatening message to Moff Gideon. Finally, in Chapter 16, Mando recruits Bo-Katan to help him get Moff Gideon so she can have the Darksaber and Mando can get Grogu back. They manage to infiltrate Moff Gideon's ship after capturing the shuttle carrying Dr. Pershing, the Imperial scientist who was working with Grogu's blood. They fly the shuttle into Gideon's ship after faking an attack with Boba Fett in his ship. Mando manages to find Moff Gideon holding Grogu hostage, and Moff Gideon pretends to agree to give Grogu back, but then attacks Mando with the Darksaber. A battle ensues, with Mando using the Beskar lance that he got from Corvus to defend himself. They wind up on the ship's bridge, and Moff Gideon calls on the Dark Troopers to come to his aid. The Dark Troopers storm the bridge, and just as it looks like all hope is lost, an X-Wing fighter docks in the ship, and a cloaked Jedi emerges to give the Dark Troopers what for. It turns out to be no other than Luke Skywalker, accompanied by R2-D2. Wow, Mark Hamill must have used a lot of Botox to regain his youthful complexion.
It's done with CGI. You know, like the deep fake software. You can't be that dumb.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, R2-D2 hasn't aged a bit, huh? Mando wants to give the Darksaber he won from Moff Gideon over to Bo-Katan, but she won't take it. Gideon explains that it has to be won in battle, as the claim to the Mandalore throne requires that there be a story of it being won in battle in order to have a valid claim. Mando does manage to hand off Grogu to the CGI-enhanced Luke Skywalker without a problem, so at least that mission is accomplished. In the post-credit scene, we see Boba Fett returning to Jabba the Hutt's palace, where Bib Fortuna is now presiding over. He kills Bib Fortuna and ascends to the throne. This sets up for an ending credit for the Book of Boba Fett coming in December 2021, which has been confirmed as a separate series from The Mandalorian. Finally, once again, I thought Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni did a wonderful job with the series. It is the most that I've enjoyed Star Wars since The Empire Strikes Back, to be honest with you. I think he's created a wonderful, reasonably family-friendly science fiction series that can be enjoyed whether or not you've seen the original Star Wars movies. There's been a funny meme going around that's a fake news story where Jon Favreau has reportedly injured himself so badly after pulling the Star Wars franchise out of the abyss. And while it's meant as a joke, I think he's actually pulled off something amazing. And I think Star Wars fans should be very thankful they found someone with an obvious love for the franchise and the wherewithal to pull this great series together. So thank you again, Mr. Favreau and Mr. Filoni, and may the Force be with you. That's all I have for now. I hope you will like this video and subscribe to my channel. Okay, I've got to go. Oh, and I think this is the way.
Not funny.
Subscribe to Spaceman Matt's Sci-Fi vlog today. The fate of the world depends on it, I guess.